When we learn about Buddhism, we learn about ourselves, learn our own natural mind. Instead of paying attention to transcendent and superhuman issues, Buddhism often focuses on practical issues such as how to improve daily life, how to our soul is better and how to keep our lives peaceful and healthy. Actually, we do not consider Buddhism to be a religion in the true sense of Buddhism. Buddhism is more about philosophy of life, science and psychology. Normally, the human mind likes to seek happiness. Whether we are Eastern or Western, we all have the same desires, anything other than that. But if the search for happiness comes from a greedy, clinging reason, then it is dangerous. We have no control. Don't think that control is only for Easterners or Buddhists. We all need self-control, especially those who are pursuing material life, those who are looking for satisfaction, and those who are looking for sensation. Those people are too focused on the outside life and like to look for attachments. According to Buddhism, these are mentally ill people, people with mental illness. In fact, those who chase after external life, those who only seek satisfaction in scientific and technological advances, are never satisfied, never able to solve the demands of desire. But, what the Buddha taught shows us the capabilities of our mind, the natural potential of humans. Every time we study Buddhism, we learn about ourselves, who we are and how to go further, to develop further. Instead of being concerned with belief systems, Buddhist methods teach us to develop a deep understanding of ourselves, and the phenomena around us. However, whether we are following a religion or pursuing material life, whether we are believers or atheists, it is important that we understand how our mind works. Otherwise, we just go in circles, and we think we are happy, we are healthy, but in fact we are going deeper into illusions, hallucinations. So the seeds of the mind, the disease is slowly growing inside us. That's why, when our daily life has a little change or a little dissatisfaction, we immediately become angry and irritable. For me, it's a mental illness. Why? Because we run after material life, blinded by attachments and controlled by the causes of trouble. We don't know the nature of our mind. It doesn't matter if we just ignore the things mentioned above, and still think, I don't believe anything. This is not a matter of belief. It doesn't matter, no matter how much we believe, whether we believe or not that I have a nose, the nose is still there, right between my eyes. Our nose is still there whether we believe it or not. I have met many people who proudly declared, I am not a gullible person. They are too proud of their unbelief. Be careful. This is an important matter to know. There are so many contradictions in this world today. Material science declares, I do not believe, religion declares, I believe. But it doesn't matter, whether we believe or not, we still need to understand the nature of our mind. Otherwise, no matter how much we talk about the constraints that are occurring, we will not have any clear idea about them and how to control them. It's very easy to say. The difficulty is how to understand the nature of attachment. For example, when people first invented cars and airplanes, they believed that they could do things faster and then have more time to rest. But then something happened, they worked harder and didn't have enough time to rest than before. Observe our daily lives, because we are bound, we are deeply buried in the material life we create, so much so that we have forgotten ourselves without any time left. Now let's face our minds. To me, that is the definition of a difficult life. We cannot find satisfaction or enjoyment of life anywhere. The truth is, happiness and peace only come from our mind, not from external things. However, there are smart people, there are people who do not believe in material life, they understand that everything has its value. They still enjoy life, but they also try to find out what truly brings happiness to life. When the Buddha spoke about suffering, he was not simply referring to the problems of illness and old age, but he spoke directly to the causes of suffering and dissatisfaction, which lie in our minds. No matter what we have in this life, just know that we are never satisfied with them. These endless desires are the source of suffering, their nature is to bring suffering. Buddhist psychology mentions 6 basic types of emotions, which specialize in destroying the human mind. They always disturb peace and they are present non-stop, which are craving, anger. Ignorance, arrogance, doubt and misconceptions. These are sick attitudes, they are not phenomena outside of us, they are right in our hearts. Buddhist teachings pay special attention to them and seek to overcome them. They are the root of all suffering. Belief and belief do not help much in this matter, but we need to understand deeply, to the root of their nature, to hope to be freed from them. If we do not study our mind with wisdom, we will never know what is in it. Without understanding, without control, no matter how much we talk about it, we will never truly understand these basic emotions. Which are ego attachment. It is the root cause of all suffering and insecurity in life. To control self, we do not need to throw away the things we own. Let's keep all the things we have, because they don't make our lives difficult. We are not at peace because we cling, because we are dependent on our possessions. Ego and attachments have obscured our mind, they have made our mind no longer clear. Ignorance, and the turmoil of life have prevented the development of wisdom. To solve this problem, only meditation can help us. Meditation doesn't just mean sitting in a corner, focusing intently on one point and doing nothing. Meditation is about awakening the mind, opening up wisdom, the exact opposite of laziness. We should maintain awareness in every moment of our daily lives, really aware of everything we are doing. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? How to do this? Most of the time we do things unconsciously, without knowing what we are doing. We eat without knowing we are eating, drink without knowing we are drinking, talk without knowing what we are saying. Even though we say we are awake, we are actually completely unaware of the anger flowing through our minds, affecting everything we do. Let's examine it for ourselves and see, let's experience it for ourselves. I do not judge you, nor do I discourage you. This is the way Buddhism works. It gives us an idea so we can experience for ourselves the things we have done, see if they are real or fake, right or wrong. This is a very real thing. I'm not talking about things that are as high as the blue sky. These are all very simple things, really simple. If we do not understand the characteristics of attachment and its objects, how can we develop loving kindness towards our friends, parents, relatives and our homeland? I can. From the Buddhist point of view, it is difficult to do this if we do not have a deep understanding. Every time we upset our parents or our friends, our mind is not awake. During anger, angry people completely act according to what is happening in their mind. Unconscious actions only cause suffering for ourselves and upset others. Unconscious gestures and unconscious attitudes make us lose our humanity. The whole problem is like that. It's really simple, isn't it? In this era, people are learned and taught to become psychologists. The Buddha's opinion was that everyone should become a psychologist for themselves. Each of us should understand our own mind. Each of us should be our own psychologist. This is certainly possible. Each person has the ability to understand his or her own mind. Once we understand our mind, control comes naturally. Don't think that control will come when we travel through the Himalayas, or that control will come easily to those with few assets. This is completely wrong. In the future, if we get angry, let's contemplate it. Instead of doing something to forget our anger, let's try to calm down, rest, relax and ask ourselves, what did we do? Ask yourself, why did I do this? How do I do it? Where does the cause come from? What is the cause of anger? We will find valuable experiences there. Our problem is lack of mental awareness. So we will discover the source of anger if we understand it, and thus we will solve the problems in life. Easily, to feel love from or for others, we need to understand them. Otherwise, even if we say, I love you, our arrogant mind will only lead us to another ego. Make sure we understand the why. How? Becoming your own psychologist is extremely important. Then we will be guided through a clear, healthy mind, we will easily be more comfortable, peaceful, enjoy life's happiness, have more fun with people, instead of being busy, insecure, worry and waste your life. To become a psychologist, we do not need to learn profound philosophies that are difficult to understand. We just need to monitor our own minds every day. We are used to checking our belongings every day. Every morning we check the food in the refrigerator, but we have never checked our mind. Taking control of your mind every day is a more important task. However, we mostly tend to do the opposite. We think we can easily buy a solution to all our problems. People with materialistic tendencies think that money can buy money, they can buy anything to make them happy, they can buy peace. That's not the truth, those are just dreams, those are just misconceptions. Some people believe that religion has a duty to take care of their minds. Believing in religion alone can never end troubles, but intellectual understanding always changes the problem. The Buddha himself also said that believing in Buddha is a dangerous thing. Instead of believing in something, people should use their intelligence to discover the true nature of their mind. Faith based on understanding is good. Once we are clearly aware or have clarified the problem, trust comes naturally. However, beliefs based on mistakes are easy to change when criticized by others. Unfortunately, there are some people who follow a religion but their spiritual life is too weak. Why? Because they don't understand their true mind. If we truly understand what our mind is and how it works, we will easily know the power of our mind, from which we can prevent many problems in life. Once we understand our perspectives, our perceptions of the world around us, we will realize the fact that we are constantly capturing worldly sensations. All those things are completely imaginary, will not happen in the future at all, are completely unconscious in the present. We live completely by anticipation and delusion. Do we recognize a mind that is unconscious in the present, and grasping for the future as a sick mind? The important thing is to live mindfully every day. The natural characteristics of wisdom and awareness are peace and happiness. We don't need to struggle or compete to be happy. As long as we continue on the path of awareness, understanding and righteous action with all our abilities, we will get good results right away. We don't need to ask, if I do everything good in my whole life, will I be happy in my next life? We don't need to carry it over to the next life. As long as we do everything with understanding and awareness, we will always be peaceful and at peace.
Thank you for spending your valuable time on my channel Journey to Enlightenment. Wishing you a very peaceful and happy day. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to my support channel. See you in the next video.